On August 4th, 1962, the world's most desired woman died alone in her bedroom, clutching a telephone that never rang. Marilyn Monroe wasn't just a tragic blonde. She was a voracious reader who kept over 400 books in her personal library, and a woman so desperate to be taken seriously that today, we're going beyond the platinum hair and the white dress. We're talking about Norma Jean and how she became, and was ultimately destroyed by, Marilyn Monroe. So why does Marilyn Monroe still matter? Because her story is a mirror. She was sexualized, dismissed, and controlled by an industry that profited from her image while refusing to see her humanity. She fought back. She built her own production company. She demanded better. She studied and grew. And still, it wasn't enough. Today, we talk about how women are reduced to their bodies, how mental illness is stigmatized, how childhood trauma shapes adult lives. Norma Jean never knew her father. Her mother, Gladys, worked as a film cutter in Hollywood, but Gladys was struggling with what we now understand as paranoid schizophrenia. By the time Norma Jean was 7, her mother was institutionalized, and she wouldn't have a stable relationship with her again. What followed was a childhood out of a Dickens novel. 11 foster homes, an orphanage, and at age 8, something happened that she'd later reveal to her therapist, Dr. Ralph Greenson. She was sexually assaulted by one of her foster family's boarders. At 16, to escape the foster system, she married a merchant marine named James Doherty. She wasn't in love. She was desperate. Marilyn lived all of that. The tragedy isn't just that she died young, it's that she spent her whole life trying to be seen as a complete person. Marilyn Monroe was brilliant, damaged, ambitious, vulnerable, calculating, and genuine, all at once. She was human. And maybe if we'd let her be human while she was alive, she'd have had the help she needed. We talk about how Hollywood has changed, but has it? In 1944, a photographer named David Conover was sent to photograph women contributing to the war effort. He spotted Norma Jean working at a factory and something clicked. But, and this is crucial, she didn't just get lucky. She studied those photos, understood what worked, and bleached her hair platinum. She practiced her poses, her walk, that breathy voice that would become iconic. In 1946, she signed with 20th Century Fox and became Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn came from Broadway star Marilyn Miller, and Monroe was her mother's maiden name. Now, Hollywood wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet. Fox dropped her in 1947, Columbia Pictures dropped her in 1948, but then came 1952 and the nude calendar scandal. Marilyn had posed nude in 1949 for $50 when she was broke. She told the press, "I was hungry." That honesty, that vulnerability, it made America fall in love with her. But while Marilyn was fighting for respect professionally, personally, she was falling apart. She desperately wanted children. She'd had at least 3 miscarriages, possibly more. Each one devastated her. She'd later tell friends she felt broken, like her body was betraying her. Her chronic lateness on set? It wasn't diva behavior. It was paralyzing anxiety. She'd stand in front of her mirror for hours, unable to leave because she couldn't recognize herself. She was prescribed barbiturates for sleep, amphetamines to wake up, and she started mixing them with alcohol. By 1961, her marriage to Arthur Miller collapsed. He'd written The Misfits as a love letter to her, but by the time they filmed it, the marriage was over. In 1962, she was fired from Something's Got to Give for missing too many days. She was 36 years old, and Hollywood had decided she was done. I want to leave you with Marilyn's own words. In her personal writings, later published as fragments, she wrote, "I am not interested in money. I just want to be wonderful." In another entry, "What am I afraid of? Why am I so afraid? Do I think I can't act? I know I can act, but I am afraid. I am afraid and I should not be and I must not be." She also wrote this, "Sometimes I think it would be easier to avoid old age, to die young, but then you'd never complete your life, would you? You'd never wholly know yourself." The woman who wrote those words wasn't a dumb blonde. She wasn't just a sex symbol. She was Norma Jean, trying desperately to make sense of a world that wanted Marilyn Monroe but refused to love the person inside. And in the end, maybe that's what killed her. Not a conspiracy, not a mystery, but the simple, devastating fact that she could never be enough. On August 3rd, 1962, Marilyn spent time at her home in Brentwood. Friends later said she seemed hopeful. Fox had just rehired her for Something's Got to Give at double her original salary. On August 4th, she had phone conversations with several people, including Peter Lawford, who later said she sounded strange, said goodbye in a way that worried him. Her housekeeper, Eunice Murray, found her bedroom door locked around 3 a.m. on August 5th and called her psychiatrist, Dr. Ralph Greenson. They broke in through the window. Marilyn was dead, lying face down, naked, with an empty bottle of Nembutal nearby. She was 36 years old. The official cause of death was acute barbiturate poisoning, ruled as probable suicide. The autopsy found no pills in her stomach. So was it suicide? We don't know for certain. Her psychiatrist, Dr. Greenson, believed she didn't intend to die, that it was likely an accidental overdose. She'd been taking barbiturates for years, building tolerance, sometimes forgetting how many she'd taken. Conspiracy theories are seductive because they give us someone to blame. The truth is probably more mundane and more tragic. A woman struggling with addiction, untreated mental illness, and chronic pain accidentally took too much. But we'll likely never know for certain. So that's the extraordinary and tragic life of Marilyn Monroe, the woman who became an icon and paid the ultimate price for it. If you want to learn more, I highly recommend reading fragments to hear her own voice. Thanks for watching, and here's my question for you. Do you think Marilyn Monroe could have existed in today's Hollywood? Would she have been treated differently, or do we still destroy the women we claim to love? Let me know in the comments.